So we are going back to that Gambit Copenhagen Wolves games. I don't remember it, by the way, because I mean, come on, I went through 40 fucking games just to get back to this. So I don't remember it. Okay, I don't remember it, so you will have to. Okay, little take on that thing, by the way. Okay. So, if we are talking about these two teams, we have to talk about the fact that this is a bottom two clash. Both teams are looking at relegation, and there's no way that they won't. Gambit are already locked in that relegation tournament. Not their placing, though. And Copenhagen Wolves, if they lose a single game, are out of the playoffs as well. So, this is 4 games. If Copenhagen Wolves loses one, and it's very likely that they do, unfortunately, they're going to have to drop down. So, and also, if Roccat win one of their 4, they are also locked out. So, this is mission impossible. This is mission impossible for them. But the first step in already accomplishing this mission impossible is already the win against Gambit Gaming. Gambit have lost 10 games in a row. Those last 10 games that I've had on the Excel sheet, they were all losses. All. Without an exception. They have not looked good. They have taken substitutes as well. They've replaced the substitute with the one that was substituted. This was a messy split for Gambit. After Alexic left, Gambit really didn't look good. And we will have to see if they are able to win today, because this win can open up maybe not being last in the split. This win right now, if they actually get one. They look high in spirits, though, still. We'll see what will happen, you know. But this is patch 4.12 without Lucian still. Shen is enabled. There is no champion disabled other than Lucian, I think, if I remember correctly from what I saw. So this means that there is a few open things. You know, everything's up to a bit of ideas. You can have a few other types of composition, but we're going to jump straight into the champion select. We will see what will happen right now. But I just want to point out the fact that, you know, Broken Chart has had an up and down arrival at Copenhagen Wolves. He has been, as many pointed out, an improvement when it came to calling, shot calling and things like that, especially in the early game, because that's what the jungler is supposed to do. But yes, you can see that mechanically he is maybe a bit below what Airwax offered. So now for the bans, Braum, Twitch, Lee Sin. On the other side, Cassidin, Evelyn, and Maokai. Maokai is interesting because if Maokai is taken away, Gragas is the primary pick in the top lane. So here he is. He can also be played as a triple flex, especially for Gambit, who already played it in all in support as well. Sorry, not in mid lane. They didn't play it in mid lane. I don't even think they played it in top lane as well. But Gragas is an extremely strong pick. It is unbelievably tanky. Once it gets 3 items, this is a beast that deals a lot of damage that you cannot ignore, because he's right there in front of you with his big belly, and you cannot deny that. On the other side, you have Orianna, Rengar, a good ball delivery system already in place for those two. I am liking this. I'm liking this start for Copenhagen Wolves, especially since Soren was apparently known back then for his Orianna in solo queue. And we already had a taste of that Orianna destroying a game against Millennium, I think it was. I'm not sure. Maybe it was XK. I think it was SK, actually. Let me go back on that. Let me just check. That was this game, right? Yep, it was against SK. I was right on the second time. So, you know, that's pretty good. So Gambit baiting out the crowd with that Singe pick. It's not going to happen. I don't think so. If I remember correctly, it's not happening. It shouldn't happen anyway. Singed was not in a good place back then. He was a bit useless. But they're going to pick the bot lane. Kog'Maw, Nami. So a very strong late game combo, of course. Kog'Maw can always destroy a game if he has time to scale up. But will they be given that time? Because Copenhagen Wolves, if they are trying to handshake and go for a scaling bot lane too, I do not like that too much. Okay, Corki would make a bit more sense because you're not trying to handshake into a Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw will always be the strongest AD carry at the late game. If he's played correctly, Kog'Maw is the beast late game. He is a beast. And there is no denying that. No denying. And especially with Nami behind for protection as well. You have the tidal wave, you have the bubble, you have everything to try and help that Kog'Maw survive. Your heal, and you have also that utility for him with the slow on the autos. But I prefer Corki. The Corki will make it so that they have a bit more options in the early game. And when you're playing with a Rengar Orianna already, I would like to see a teleport on the Orianna, by the way, but still. When you're playing with the Corki and Orianna Rengar combo, you can really try and get things done on the bot side right now, especially against a bot lane that has no escape. You have no escape if you're Kog'Maw Nami, and dives are pretty easy. Remember, the turrets really didn't hurt as much as they do nowadays, so you can take 2 more turret shots than what is usually done today, nowadays, you know. So, overall, I just prefer Copenhagen Wolves' options right now that they have. Is this going to be a Kha'Zix answer in the jungle? It should be. The Elise has really got away. Like, it had really left. And so it's going to be a Ziggs with that. Neutralizing mid lane, that's fine. But if Soren can get going, this game is going to be scary. Now, I don't like the Mundo. I really don't like the Mundo. It feels like a pick that is completely out of left field with what your comp is trying to do. That's my feeling. Because, yes, your front to back is not too bad. But I don't feel like that's what you want to do with a Rengar Orianna. You're trying for quick skirmishes with burst. But right now, you're lacking damage, continuous damage. You're lacking that. The Corki will get that damage out on a burst. It's one phosphorus bomb, one missile barrage, or a few missile barrage, 2 or 3 autos. But if he gets just focused, he will not get away. The Valkyrie is not enough to get away from a Kha'Zix. So, and especially if everything is well timed with like the cask from Gragas and everything, this is hard for a Corki. And Cubone, I'm okay with his mechanics. I think he's fine with his mechanics. Diamond is proven with his mechanics, of course. Nick can play okay in the mid lane. I know that. He can be fine. But mid laners right now, nowadays, in 2014, are not given resources. They're just not. But I feel like Nick is a player that needs at least a bit of resources to get going. And once he does, he can take over a game. But he needs those resources. He is akin to what Perks would become 2 years later. All right. So overall, I like the options early game that Copenhagen Wolves have. But if they cannot get ahead far enough, like I'm not talking about 1k gold lead. I'm talking about 4k gold lead at 15. If they can't do that, this is going to get hard. The late game potential of Gambit is massive. Massive. So yeah. Now, I'm not saying that Copenhagen Wolves have no options late game, but they're going to be reliant on picks more than anything when it comes late. And those might not happen when you have a satchel charge, a jump from Kha'Zix, the body slam from Gragas. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Some exchanges in the top lane. Cubone gets ahead on that one. But they're just both gonna just continue exchanging Qs. For some reason, Cubone throwing that one in the bush. I don't really know why. Young Buck trying to assert dominance to get that ward down placed, but maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. We'll see. I don't... He did place it. He did place it right in front of Cubone. Young Buck just trying to throw those infected cleavers, but it's not really hitting too much. So Diamond's going to start blue on his own, and Broken Shard looking to do the red on his own too, maybe? I don't know if Cubone will get in and help him on the buff. What I'm hoping for is Young Buck tries to help Broken Shard, and that's what's going to happen, okay? And same thing, actually, look at that. Even Nick tries to come in for help for Diamond on the timer. Remember, by the way, 4.12 is the patch where timers were introduced in the game. So the buff timers. And so if you have vision of the buff when it dies, you know the next spawn. And so that's nice. So this bot lane of Gambit has had a really rough time in the last few games. Well, in the last 10 games, let's be honest. But right now, Edward playing with dominance against that Thresh, getting those procs of the Spell Thief's Edge, which is very good for him. Look at that. He's already gained like 45 gold on that, probably. So this is very good for him. This is very, very good. Level 2s are starting to come in. Mid lane already got it. Bot lane got it too now. Top lane, only one of the two. But see, the thing with Mundo, it is so one-dimensional, no? I mean, I'm okay with the Mundo, like, because you have a lot of magic damage on the side of Gambit. Kog'Maw will deal some late game with his W. Ziggs will deal a lot. And Gragas also deals a lot because you need to go AP when you're Gragas right now. You just need to. You deal a lot more damage. And yeah, it's just... You need that wave clear. You need that wave clear. And if you don't, that's not going to be a good feeling. Broken Shard and Diamond going to exchange a few glares at one another. But nothing is going to come of it. Coming down now. Broken Shard. Coming down slowly. The kitty cat trying to get into that bush. Pride Stalker Rengar. On the skin, by the way. Still staying in that bush, but once they see him go out, they can play again with a bit more confidence. Diamond, because of the vision that he knows where Broken Shard is, he's just going to get in and steal those wraiths, still leaving one up so that the camp doesn't respawn. Now, Diamond trying to look for something in the mid lane here. Soren in a good position in the lane. Maybe no, actually. It's pushing towards Nick, so this is actually kind of bad. Diamond will get the W off. The Satchel Charge also hits, but this is not going to do anything. Genja getting hooked. Good damage onto him, but not even that much, actually. Thanks to Edward's heal. He could have taken a lot worse, that's for sure. So for CS right now, everything's quite even. Sorry, not ahead. Quite even. Just a little advantage here and there, but nothing major. That hook doesn't connect from Unlimited. But yeah, Gambit have had a really rough time, and this game is going to be the one to see whether or not they still do have a chance to making it out of their promotion tournament. Flash out from Young Buck, but Diamond jumping in, that slow from the red buff, getting in, and Cubone also flashing in. The body slam to get the first blood. Cubone, Gragas first blood. Now on the other side, on the bot lane, Unlimited, 100 HP, not even now with the shield, and gets away with it. And Woolite is going to get in to secure that kill onto Edward, but Unlimited gets it. And Genja will just get away, but he had flash. He could have actually got that one, and maybe with that, it could have been a better situation. I do think that in a way, maybe Genja can get the kill over on Woolite. It depends on how the wave plays out, but yeah, maybe there was a possibility there. So on the bot lane right now, Genja's just going to farm that lane under turret. That's going to be fine. Unlimited staying alive with that Dark Passage Lantern. God damn, that was very close. Very, very close. Kuban, I'm going to stroll down into the jungle for some reason. I don't really know why, but he already has that Catalyst the Protector, which makes this a very strong already Gragas. Look at that damage already. That was impressive onto a Mundo with already a good amount of magic resist with that Negatron cloak. So that was actually pretty impressive as damage right here. Remember, it deals percent max health damage. So that W, the Drunken Rage, does deal percent health damage. Now we'll see which one of those two teams will be the first one to posture for Dragon. It looks like it might be Gambit right now with Edward getting into that river, sorry. Kuban getting another big chunk onto Youngbuck, but there is an ultimate, and there you go. Both ultimates are going to be taken away. Sadism for Youngbuck used. He will be fine, still staying in there. But you can see that Gragas in lane it's not really someone that you can trifle with. He is really, really strong with that fat belly of his. And yeah, I can say that, okay? I'm big. Blue buff's going to be secured for Nick. There you go. Blue buff secured for Nick. Level 6 for Diamond as well at the same time. So now he has that Void Assault. I remembered it. See? I remembered it from Sunday. Well, from Friday, actually. Genja going to get hooked again. Big damage on top of him this time. But Edward, as long as you can burst him down immediately. Now, Broken Shard on the other side, though, gets in with that Predatory Instincts, are you going to say? I'm not sure. Okay, double body slam, but Broken Shard and Youngbuck still going to run down Kuban. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to get those names. I think it's Predatory Instincts. Diamond trying to get in now with Nick to get that blue steal once again. The second blue, and this one's going to be given away to Diamond with the smite. Of course, you're fine. If you're Nick, you're fine. You already got one. And now, so let's take hold of the situation right now. So we are on 11,400 to 11,400. Both teams are pretty even. We have a Sheen for Woolite, so that trade is kind of hard to do if you're Genja, but he still makes it work thanks to Nami. Nami with that healing, you know. Always a good one. So Diamond was spotted on that ward, on the red buff. So they know what is going on right now. So they know that he has to be on the bot side as well. So this is going to be a gank that shouldn't really work. Broken Shard is already in position to respond to it. You can also... no, actually, only the TP of Kuban is up for now, but both are fighting in the top lane, so there's not going to be an opportunity for TPing anyway. A red trinket used in the bush for Broken Shard to get into that safely. Diamond still waiting around. Oh, that ward got away. The ward taken away, and now Valkyrie from Moonlight to get away from that. Unlimited takes a lot of damage. The bubble, and that is going to be Genja taking the kill onto Unlimited. Very nice bubble from Edward, and just the flash was a few seconds off from Unlimited. That was a very good timing. Also, Diamond just coming in when the ward goes away. So 10 minutes on the clock now. Game is looking good for Gambit. They've been doing slightly better, just inching there, just slightly. Every game, they're getting a bit better. Soren pushing the wave in mid and getting those wraiths, like any good mid laner. They all do that at that point. Not trying to deny any CS or anything in mid lane. So this is what creates no action in the mid lane, and this is why in 2014 SKT could not get to Worlds, by the way. I'm gonna say it. Just because every mid lane matchup was neutralizing, it just, nothing happened. Nothing happened. So yeah, because of the power of exhaust at that point too, you know, it made Assassins very underwhelming. So underwhelming. Anyway, so Copenhagen Wolves are going to be the first one on Dragon, with Diamond on the top side, not being spotted, but they still know that he's probably around there. That's going to be the first Drake over to Copenhagen Wolves. Thanks to that, they take a small goal lead. A wave has been thrown in onto the turret of Gambit on the bot lane. Mid lane's reset completely. And we have both first items for the mid laners. Now, of course, I want to see Merc Treads onto Soren, but he will not take them. Come on, you have double AP solo laners. I want to see those Merc Treads, but it won't happen. Young Buck, safe under his turret, even with Diamond being on top side. He still has Sadism, he still has Flash, he has TP. He is not in a bad spot. Already with that Spirit Visage, and Cubone also backing, probably going to get that Rod of Ages right now, because those two items are pretty close in value. I think they're like 2,600 to 2,800. So, you know, pretty close. And the thing is, Cubone doesn't have to use his TP because the pushing power of Mundo is not the same as that of a Gragas, so he will get back to lane before the wave gets under the turret. I don't know if he can even freeze it, but there might be a spot. Look at that, Cubone actually stopped for a little bit. That was a bit odd. He stopped for a little bit, and I thought he was looking for a TP angle because that ward has not been spotted behind Corki and Thresh. Behind the ball lane of Copenhagen Wolf, there is a blue ward, and it has not been spotted. This is important. You could see Cubone getting in there behind to try and get that, but with Diamond being on the top side first, I don't think this is going to happen yet. But oh no, here it is, the TP coming in from behind. Actually, it happens. Cubone getting in there. Flash from Unlimited. The box as well, but he is going to be the sacrificial lamb. Genja gets his second kill, and look at that. The ward that Copenhagen Wolves tried to sweep, they could not find it, and that gives a kill over to Gambit. Good teleport from Cubone. Very nice utilizations of that. And Diamond going to get that wave on the top lane. A free wave for the jungler, always a good thing. A good feeling when you're the jungler and no one is there to really take it anyway. You know, it's always nice to see. And yeah, that was just a nice play. It was something that the Copenhagen Wolves tried to avoid with them checking the brush with that red trinket, but they could not find it. The red trinket could not find the ward. It was just a bit over, and so that just gave the kill over to Gambit. 3-2 now in kills. The game is even because you do have a bit of a CS advantage that has developed in the bot lane. But however, the 2 kills are enough to keep him afloat. Look at that. He is still even with Woolite thanks to those 2 kills against that 1 assist on Corki. But for now, I'm actually, you know what? That TP was impressive. That was a good utilization of that TP. The ward is something that you see in like Season 6 minimum. This is not something you see often from supports that plays this ward right here. This is impressive. And still shows that Gambit are not bad. They're not bad players, but they just could not find a way to get together in time. And unfortunately, it's true that Darien had a really rough time. However, Diamond didn't, and that's what is baffling about him having left the team for a week. He just took a sabbatical for a week and then came back. Alright, 15 minutes on the clock. Game even. Almost completely even. Broken Shard now getting into that bush. Will it be an opportunity? Kog'Maw is still not in there, but Nami playing a bit forward still. Edward gonna have to be careful. Oh, Broken Shard ultiing now. He is under that ultimate. Genja gonna be jumped on. Flash out from Genja, but the Bola strike hits onto Nami, and that is going to give a kill over to Woolite now. A very good gank on the side of Broken Shard. They did know that something was wrong, Gambit. They played a bit back, but it wasn't enough. Genja flashing out, and that Bola strike doesn't hit onto him, but onto Edward behind him. Now they're looking maybe for a dive. Woolite getting a bit forward, but Diamond shows himself, and now Woolite gonna have to get out. those spikes not hitting. And Will I just gonna get away safely? Nothing used really. And look at that, Genja giving the priority over to the tier 2 boots, whereas Corki immediately went for that Trinity Force, complete Trinity Force. That ward is gonna be taken away. Good damage by the bomb of Nick, by the way. Those bouncing bombs do deal a good amount of damage. That was the shield, by the way. Command Protect actually didn't let Nick deal any damage with that, but he doesn't even have 2 items yet, so that Ziggs can deal a lot of damage come late game, but we'll see. So those sword shoes are taken by Nick. As I said, I do not want to see sword shoes on Soren as well, but he will, of course. I just know that he will. But of course, sword shoes for the Ziggs here in this position, that's fine. You don't have a lot of CC anyway on the other side, and magic damage is numerous, but not as numerous as on the other side. Gambit have more, much more. So now the the Bio Arcane Barrage is at max range, max rank and range, because you know it increases the range on every level. And so that does mean that now Genja gonna be in a good position in that lane and gonna be able to harass a bit more easily without having a big response on the side of Woolite, because, well, the Missile Barrage at level 1, at rank 1, doesn't deal that much. Kuban already down here for the Drake, not using his teleport, just coming down after a reset. Very good good timing on that one. Broken Shard getting in. Oh, jumping in onto onto Diamond. Diamond just jumped in onto Broken Shard and will just get bounced on. And now Youngbuck actually TPing backwards. Woolite gonna die from Nick, who came in from behind with that flash. Soren gonna flash away. Kuban can chase for that for unlimited here. Edward in a bad position with Youngbuck. Nick also a bit back here. That's gonna be quite bad. Youngbuck maybe gonna be able just to run away. Yes, he's gonna totally be able to run away just with that lantern. I am very sorry about my team fight abilities, by the way, guys. I know that this is not good calling, and I need to get better at it. But I need to figure out just that thing of, you have 1 point. You need to settle on that point and not think about anything else. You have to just think about that one thing that you're thinking of in the fight, and the rest, you're going to talk about it after you're done talking about that thing. And that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm talking a bit everywhere. I'm talking about everything that's happening in the fight at the same time, and that doesn't happen. That's not something that you should do. I feel like, you know, at least that's not something you should do. So, anyway, yeah, Diamond jumped in onto Broken Shard, but he didn't know that he was there. That's the problem. He thought that he was a bit more back, probably. Look at Woolite, though, the HP that he had, and then the passive auto attack from Nick, getting that off. And so, in the end, it's actually a 2-for-2 only. Now, Youngbuck in a bit of trouble, but look at that Broken Shard jumping in. Kuban gonna flash away. Is Youngbuck gonna be able to finish that kill against Kuban? Yes, he probably will. Just one more infected cleaver. No, the explosive cask, actually. Youngbuck doesn't finish that kill, and Kuban with the fancy feet will get away. Very well done. Now, he does have a bit of magic resist. I don't think one cleaver would have been enough, actually, to kill him. Because remember, it's current health damage with a minimum. But that minimum is reduced by magic damage. By magic resist, sorry. This is basically where I ended last time. And I didn't even remember that last play. I thought he was dead. Anyway. So both AD carries now having that Trinity Force. Nice auto attack onto Woolite there. That's just asserting dominance, you know. Soren gonna be donated that blue buff for the first time in the game. There you go, getting that with the attack dissonance. And another reset for Broken Shard. Probably gonna get that. Well, with that lantern. What is it? The name? What is the name of that? I don't remember the name of the lantern. Wiglets? Wiglets? No, Wiglets is the witch cap of TT Twisted Tree Line. Anyway, that's fine. Whatever. Feral Flare, I could call it. I could just call it Feral Flare. There you go. On the other side, Diamond having a good game, by the way. 0, 1, and 4. Those 4 assists are going to be good for him. He's getting towards that Hex Drinker. I can see that, you know, that he has that no magic mantle. alongside that longsword. Gonna get that Hex Drinker. The shield is going to be good against the Orianna and also some of the burst from Corki. Now Diamond getting in towards that bot lane bush, the tri-bush. Now, can they find something? Broken Shard also in position to respond to that. They are both looking towards that bot lane. I mean, there is a Genja in 2-0-2, so one side wants to protect him and the other wants to attack him. Now, flash out from Genja. Wulai also taking a lot of damage. I think Genja will be happy with that one. He has the potion. He has the lane state. He can push that out. He can push that one out. Unlimited now, alone, the bubble will hit. Broken Shard getting in now. Genja gets that damage onto him. Look at that. Now, will Broken Shard be able to finish it? The ignite onto him. Kubon gets in the explosive cast. Takes back 2. Oh, the bomb comes in from Ziggs. And Nick gets that kill onto Broken Shard. Unlimited gets bubbled and gets killed off by Genja. Killing spree for him. And that was a very good play on the side of Gambit. Gambit able to get 2 kills, responding very well with that teleport from Kubon. The explosive cask knocking back both Broken Shard and Unlimited. This did look good at the beginning, but due to the heal and the bolus strike hitting the creep as well, this meant that Broken Shard could not get there fast enough, and the bomb, the explosive, no wait. Explosive Mega Death Rocket? No, that's not the right one. Fuck. Anyway, whatever. The bomb. The bomb. Well, it did get that kill onto Broken Shard, and then another great bubble from Edward gives them the second kill onto Unlimited. He probably had flash as well on that one. I don't even know, but maybe he had the flash. So, now Gambit are in control in that one. They're looking quite good. They did lose the first turn at the top lane because Young Buck had no TP, so he had the freedom to do whatever he wanted up there. We do see 2.5 items on top of Young Buck. 2 items as well now for Kumon with that Abyssal Scepter as the second. I miss Abyssal Scepter, man. I really miss the item. Diamond once again looking towards that bot lane, and on the other side, Broken Shard also in position to respond if ever something's needed of him. They're gonna sweep the jungle and settle for some vision around that dragon. Kubon again going down here. He still has no TP, but this time Young Buck has his and can respond at any time again. And they're just gonna be pushed out. Gambit are gonna be pushed out. Unlimited has to flash away from the satchel charge. That's a good summoner to get. But Young Buck still not using his teleport, keeping up the pressure on the top lane. And no one can respond on the side of Gambit. Now, teleport used. Unlimited gonna die out on the side. Diamond jumping in. Gonna have the Valkyrie used. Explosive cast takes Soren. The flash out and the heal and the explosive bomb from Nick. I don't remember the name exactly. But there you go. That's the second kill over the Gambit. Their team fighting is looking quite good right now. And Diamond playing a bit forward right now, but that was a very, very good combo. The explosive cast into the tidal wave for Soren to get both his summoners and still get killed off. Another bubble hits onto Young Buck on the side, but this is just going to be a dragon for Gambit. Now, 4,000 goal lead on a team that, in my opinion, scales better. So this is looking quite good for Gambit for once. Maybe this is going to be their win. I know that that's a game like that, but you know, I don't have to give my opinion already on the state of the game because I know how it is. I know that the end result of the game, I already know it. So there you go. I don't know the end results of all the other ones, but I did unfortunately have a peek at that one. But yeah, I mean, this is looking quite good for them right now. Blue buff taken by Nick, level 16 on him, by the way, ahead of Soren. Right ahead of Soren, just slightly. They are both basically same items, by the way, in the mid laners. But yeah, the mid lane, this is what they do nowadays. They just farm for 25 minutes, and then one team fight, and the one that comes ahead will stay ahead. Now, bot lane pushing in, gonna try to get that turret with the Sheen procs, with the Trinity Force procs on the side of Woolite. This turret doesn't stand. And we are looking towards a Bork for Genja, and on the other side, an I-Edge for Woolite. But let's remember here, Alacrity Boots already picked up for Genja, and on the other side, Tier 1 Boots, not even Tier 2 yet. Voice Staff picked up by Nick, and that Seeker's Arm Guard on the side of Kuban, that little bit extra protection. Looking towards Zonya's. But this is just going to be good, you know, just the hybrid resist that you have. This is a very bruisery type of Gragas build, and it works. It's going to work. He's still going to have enough damage to clear those waves, and at the same time, he's going to be a bit more tanking than you would think for a Gragas going AP, but yeah. The thing is, the aura as well that you have on the Abyssal Scepter is going to be nice. You have a Ziggs. You have a Ziggs and a Kog'Maw. If you stand in front and basically get onto Soren and Woolite, these guys don't stand a chance. Look at that damage onto Woolite. The flash out and the heal use. Both sums. Nick dealing that damage right now. Whew. That is pretty big. That was pretty big. And right now, control over the Gambit. 5,000 goal lead. This is starting to get a bit bigger on their side for sure. And we do have that Oracles onto the head of Edwards, as I can see. For some reason, Oracle was still in the game. And gets away in Season 5. Because it gets replaced by the Raptors. The Raptors might, you know. Such a good thing, man. Why did they took that away? Ah. This gave an extra layer to that, I thought. Okay, Broken Shard gonna get in. Not even using his ultimate. But I think they do know that both Diamond and Edward were standing there. So the line of outer turrets is going to fall on the side of Copenhagen Wolves. Gambit. Full control in this game now. Full control. They're looking good. Gambit is looking really good. They can play with that 4-1 because you have the TP advantage on the side of Cubon. You could look to get him onto the bot lane and try to set up for that Baron now, which is going to be the next big objective. They could try and set up for one more dragon before going to it, but that's going to be a long time, man. Still a few more minutes, and I don't know if you want to give opportunities for this Copenhagen Wolves team to get back into the game. Youngbuck was spotted by Genja, and of course, since he's not in the bot lane, they do think that something fishy is happening. Genja still looking towards that Bork, but still not getting it yet. Gonna try and get that as soon as possible. Not even 200 CS on him right now, 200 CS, see. And Nick still doing a good job in that mid lane, defending that turret without a problem. Of course, this is what Ziggs does. But yeah, 4-0-1, 3-0-4. I mean, yeah, they're having a good time. And Edward, 8 assists out of 9. Almost 90% in kill participation. He missed only 1. And so this is pretty good for him. He's having a good game. This is a much better game from Gambit than the last. That's for sure. But again, is it because of them? Oh, Nick actually missing the satchel charge. And this is going to be a kill. Oh, the satchel charge. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And that's going to be mid-turret. And that's going to be control relinquished over to Copenhagen Wolves. Teleport going to have to be used by Kuban just to try and defend that turret. Now, the bubble hits onto Woolite. Explosive cast takes back Unlimited so far. The tidal wave hits. Ignite onto Youngbuck. Will Diamond jump in? He will just use the spikes. Now jumps onto the side. Box used by Thresh. And they are just going to run away. A lot of cooldowns used, but not that many summoners actually. And just a kill onto Nick and a mid lane turret. Overall, this is a win for the Copenhagen Wolves. But man, sometimes that satchel charge really doesn't want to cooperate when you're Ziggs. And so yeah, really, it's just, it got a bit too close to him. He was standing on the center. And when you're standing on the center, you just bounce up in the air. You don't bounce onto a side. Now, Youngbuck getting onto the side just to try and get... Oh, they're totally pincered. Gambit totally pincered. Flash out from Broken Shard. And now Youngbuck gets in. Explode the body slam. Edward, a bit isolated. Flash out. Will get hooked, and that's the death of Edward right now. Kuban also a bit isolated. Broken Shard taking a lot of damage. Will use the W. The bomb from Ziggs deals a lot of damage. Flashing from Diamond and gets the kill. Has a reset on that dash as well. You know, the dash. I don't know if it's a dash really. But yeah. Unlimited taking a lot of damage. Still has flash though. You have to be careful about that. If he flashes in and tries to get that hook in, that can be deadly no matter what. But this is just going to be positioning, getting back to even. Genja holding that mid lane now with that Bork. Two items, two very strong items, and that current HP damage now going to be very good against the Mundo, especially without ultimate. And now Gambit looking for that Drake. There's no teleport, there's no flank possible. Youngbuck just going to bully his way inside. And Genja will have to flash out. Genja will have to flash out. Wait, they're not actually flashing out. They're just holding their ground. Look at that damage onto Youngbuck. Sadism used. Heal used onto Diamond. And the explosive cast just to take away. No, wait, that was an explosive cast. Was that just Satch trying to get away the unlimited here? Look at that. The bomb hits onto Broken Shard and Woolite so low. And everyone is just going to go away. Man, that was a lot of damage exchanged, but Nick has no mana to continue to fight if he wants to. So this is just going to be maybe a rush towards the Baron over to Gambit. They don't have the damage to do it. They're just going to get a bit of vision. But they don't have the damage to do it. I am sorry, by the way. This cast is so bad and chaotic. I'm trying my best, but I am very chaotic right now. Yeah, it's not great. I can realize it, though, so... if I can realize it, I can improve on it. I just need to calm down a bit, see things as they are, and see one thing in particular. So, Ziggs. 3.5 items now. Home guard boots, of course. Tier 3 home guard. On the other side, you have Zhonya's, but he went for a more aggressive route with that Void Staff. Sorin on the other side, yeah. Zhonya's went a bit more defensive. But now we'll see probably a Zhonya's 4th for Nick. Just letting that go, you know, a bit later on. He didn't really need it. And I mean, on his death, he wouldn't have changed anything. Let's be honest now. 3 items for the Gragas though, too. That's pretty nice. Oh, Broken Shard getting in now. Getting in now onto Nick. Genja, the Satchel will take him away. Genja dealing a lot of damage onto Youngbuck now. Broken Shard also taken to about half. Kuban gets in onto the side. He is spotted by Vision. They know that he is coming. Genja still trying to deal that damage onto the backline. Sorin does take a hit, but he doesn't have damage yet. He's not level 16, so that barrage, living artillery, is not enough to really hurt. Not yet. And he doesn't have the mana to do this as well. He's only on 2 items, let's remember. Now, a siege maybe getting placed by Gambit. Big damage onto Sorin with that bomb, by the way. Look at that poke from Diamond as well. Those W's really hurt. And so, yeah, all 5 looking to push towards that mid lane. They have a lot of poke. A lot of poke. With Nick and maybe sometimes Genja or Kuban, who froze in his explosive cask, maybe if he wants to. That can deal a lot of damage. So they can get in, because no one can clear. That's the thing. No one on the side of Copenhagen Wolves can clear effectively right now. So that is half health, over half health, 3/4 on the turret. Genja still continuing to hit, and that's going to be full turret. Just like that. One time they go for a siege, and they just get that turret immediately. Yeah, just Copenhagen Wolves have very short range clear. It is not long enough to be threatening. When you're with a Cog mod that has 700 range with that W, yeah, you're not going to threaten that with without that Predatory Instinct on the side of Rengar. I think that's the name of the ultimate. Big wave for Woolite now. He's going to get the Krugs at the same time. Golems, I don't care. Krugs. Better name. A big wave. He's going to get like 1,500 gold at the end of this, probably. If he does get all of them. He didn't. 1,400. Clearing vision now for Gambit. This is just the lull state. You know it. You love it. The lull state. Diamond waiting in the pit. 1 ward behind, 2 ward inside. They kind of screwed up on that. Do Gambit have a control ward? No, they don't. Well, pink ward. No, they don't. So that is just going to be a start just to get that TP out of Young Buck, probably. They just want to get that cooldown off. They just want to get that off. And we'll see if he will use it, but he will have to. He will have to use it. There you go. It is used. Predatory Instinct also used on the side of Broken Shard. Will they try and get in with the ball delivery system? Diamond jumps in onto the side. Will get taken down by will they get taken by that bongo strike into the snare? Look at that, the flashing explosive cask, and Soren will be taken out. That's a double kill over to Nick. Having a good game, Nick, today. I'm going to be honest. He has a good game today. I am sorry. That was, again, very bad. Because I'm trying to say too much. And I need to concentrate more on the immediate action. Diamond jumping onto the side. Cubon, body slam, gets the kill. Edward will be taken out. No. He's staying alive. Flash, heal. Woolite will be taken out. Nick with that bouncing bomb. Young Buck stays alive. The last one of Copenhagen Wolves with that ultimate running, the sadism. But that will not be enough. That's going to be a Baron for Gambit. The first one in like 10 games. I'm sorry, I'm not taking this too seriously as well. But yeah, Baron. Gambit getting a Baron. This is big for them. They didn't get one in the last 10 games minimum, probably. Maybe they got one, but you know, not more than that. Nick, gonna silence a bit of my critics that I've had for him before. 7-1-3, 397 CS. Although, the one thing again is that they didn't play towards him in any way. He farmed, and for once at least, the fights went the way of Gambit, which is why they have been able to get something going with that. Now, Diamond starting the Drake alone. Broken Shard getting in there. The Banshee's going to be popped, but they are trying to get that. They're trying to get that Drake, but a lot of damage coming in on towards Broken Shard. That was 1 living artillery at level 3. These hurt a lot. Teleport from Cubon to try and get in there. Nick also coming in back. 4.5 items, sorry, on his side. They're going to look towards that Banshee as the last item. And now, Gambit are going to look to push towards that bot lane. Get that tier 2 turret. At the same time, I would like for Nick to use that ultimate in the top lane just to try and get that lane pushing faster. Because right now, if you do that, you're going to have 2 pressure points at the same time, and they cannot defend both. I mean, they can't even defend one. Look at that damage from Genjan to the turret. So yeah, and I mean now, the options for Copenhagen Wolves are very limited. They can't do anything. They've not even looked once for the ball delivery system with Rengar jumping in. They've not even tried it once. And multiple times you had opportunities. Look at that damage onto Unlimited though. That was 1 satchel charge and 2 bouncing bombs. That takes him down to 20%. Wulai also taken to below half with that. The waves coming in. This is going to be hard to keep the turret alive for Copenhagen. Already half HP. Broken Shard trying to get in now with that ball on top of him. We'll go on to onto Nick. Sorry. Zhonya's to not get hit by that. Oh, that was a lot of damage with that shockwave coming in. Young Buck gonna be taken down, probably. Yes, Genja gets it. 4th kill for him. And they used everything to get onto Nick. He used that Zhonya's, was very good, but the shockwave plus all the damage on the other side from Copenhagen will take him down. And I mean, Copenhagen, they still do have a chance, but they need to find more than 1 pick now. I think that what they need is just to win a fight. They need to win a 5-on-5, and if Gambit are playing this correctly, they're not going to group up very, like, as a ball, you know, as a 5-man unit like this. They're going to play a bit more... They're going to play still on 1 lane if they want, but they're going to play a bit more stretched out so that this shockwave cannot hit all of them. Wishful thinking? Maybe. But both mid laners are going to have the same build, basically. Top lane, you do see that Lich Bane for Kuban, trying to get a bit more burst in there, but I don't think that Lich Bane is a good call. Now, hear me out. It's because you don't have high AP numbers with those 3 items, so you're maybe going to be lacking a bit in there with your auto attack, which deals 50-60% AP, I think it was. I think maybe a bit high. I think maybe it was 30 at that point. Maybe it was 30. I'm going to say 30. Banshee popped by Young Buck, but there's no objective anyway, so there's nothing really that they are going to get out of that Banshee pop. It's just going to come back. A bit of thrift shopping on the side of Diamond, getting onto Broken Shard, using that ultimate. Gonna get hit by the Bolo Strike, still dealing a good amount of damage onto Broken Shard, but he will get away with that Lantern. I think I'm more suited maybe for some color commentary, actually. It depends. But it's because in English, I don't think I have the best cadence for this shit. So, maybe. I don't know. 5 items now for Nick. Still not 5 items for Soren. Looking towards that Banshee still. For that extra protection. But still not going to get it yet. Now, Gambit. Still looking towards that bot lane to get that push in. 5 men strong. Trying to get in there and get that turret. They do have enough if they want to get in there. Maybe with Genja. He's not getting an auto off yet. Here he is. Getting there with another wave. Gonna get half health on that turret immediately. Still good poke on the side of the Copenhagen Wolves. Diamond gonna lose about 20% of his HP. Just going to regen it back anyway. Because that's how it works. Broken Shard trying to get in. Immediately ulting. Goes onto Nick. Bolo Strike. Hits. Hook onto Nick as well. Flash out. Double shockwave. And the bomb hits all 4 of them. Look at that bomb. That was the bomb. Oh my god. And everyone on Gambit is still alive. And some blinking red health bars for Copenhagen Wolves. At the start of that fight, Woolite was taken so low to less than 20% HP. And he was not a part of this. He was not a part of this fight. And so this is just going to be an inhibitor in the bot lane. A good inhibitor to get when you are playing towards Baron as your next objective. This is a very good objective to get. Because it's cross-map. A cross-map objective will mean that you will either need to have someone with high mobility or a teleport to respond. Because yeah, it's siege minions. You know, it's the inhibitor minions. So these guys will push no matter what if you don't have some against you. So yeah, that's just important to have something in the other side of the lane, another pressure point. Broken Shard is still trying to get in onto the ball lane of Gambit. But look at the damage. Gonna be taken down. The crit from Genja. And Young Buck now. A great explosive cask. These have been deadly from Kuban. And a 9th kill over to Nick. Diamond getting in with that GA now. Soren, you're gonna go on the stasis, but will be taken down. Genja gets his 6th kill. How the hell is that a killing spree? That's not a killing spree. That's godlike. No, invincible. Anyway. That's going to be a 2nd inhib and maybe even the game here. That was very weird on the side of Broken Shard. Just trying to get in and deny the bot lane to back. But they were full HP and still had all their resources up. Genja gonna get hit by that hook. Flash out from Unlimited. Still taking a lot of damage from that living artillery. And Genja gonna get another one. Flash out. Woolite staying alive. Staying alive. But the turrets, the Nexus turrets are not. And the Nexus is also not going to stay. And a win over to Gambit Gaming. The first one in 11 games. They get one on the board. And actually, this is pretty important. This is an important win for the seeding when it comes to the promotion tournament. Because if Copenhagen Wolves don't... I mean, if they... Basically, right now, they're 2-2 in their... head-to-head against Copenhagen Wolves. And so if Copenhagen Wolves stay at that 7 wins and like Gambit can get one more, which is possible with the way they played, it's possible for them to win another one. But so yeah, I do think that there's going to be a tiebreaker. Right? There's going to be a tiebreaker for that position of last or 7th. Anyway, so the next game is, let's check. We're going to give ourselves the pause, by the way, here that day. Nope. An i7 107 at fucking 375. Hey, yeah, okay. Anyway, let's get back into this, shall we? So, Roccat versus Alliance. The last time these two faced off, it was a fucking Alliance victory, probably. Let me check. Alliance Roccat. It was a Roccat victory. It was a Roccat victory. Yeah, okay. With... Oh, that was the Vi game. The first Vi game, right? Yeah, that was the first Vi game. No, the second. That was the second Vi game. The first Vi game was a bit worse, I think. Yeah, okay. So that was the second Vi game. So the first Vi game didn't go as planned, but the second Vi game,
they came out fine.
he played it incredibly well, Jankos. 5-2 and 10 at the end of that game. Had a lot of presence early, actually getting the first few kills. Okay. Getting the first few kills. And just overall, that was a pretty good one from his side. And Alliance looked a bit lost, but now, after a few more games, they have looked a lot better. And they have had reliance on a crutch. That crutch was Shook on Riven. But last game, they didn't actually use that crutch against Copenhagen Wolves, and they destroyed them, going with four Magi style items. When I say Magi style, I mean, you know, the Magi, the Sword of the Occult, those two items. Because yes, multiple variants existed. Leviathan too existed, but anyway. So, as for the picks and bans, we have Orianna, Twisted Fate, and Lee Sin down. Kassadin, Maokai, and Fizz down. So that's the second Maokai ban in a row, right? Graga's first pick again for the second time in a row, that one for sure. And on the other side is going to be Morgana Kog'Maw. Remember, Lucian is disabled. So this is 2014, but Lucian is disabled. We are in 4.12, just after his sort of rework that took his range down by 50, changed a lot about his passive and his E. So yeah, they took him down for the patch. He will be back for playoffs. But right now, Roccat, are they looking to get their bot lane immediately? They should. They should take Caitlyn Thresh. They should just log that in. It's very safe. It's very safe and predictable, I would say. Or Caitlyn Braum too works. It's a bit worse because sometimes Caitlyn will not follow up. If they're looking for their jungler, I do not think that is the right pick because you still have both Eve and Elise up and available. But I do know that Jankos likes his Elise, so here it is. And Corki is going to be the AD carry. So they are looking to get that early pressure. And if they don't, their options are going to be limited. Once again, same thing as last game. Because, as you could see, Kog'Maw late game took over that game. With Ziggs' help as well, you know. But, yeah, if that happens again, that is not going to be a good time. We'll see how it goes. I know how it goes. But we'll see how it goes. Are they looking for another Riven? Again, are they looking for that Riven jungle? There's Eve up. Is that going to be the pick? Is Eve going to be the pick instead? Going between these two. No Kha'Zix, no Rengar. The Aurelia now shown as well. It's kind of weird. kind of weird. I would have kept the top lane as last, but okay. It is going to be Aurelia Riven. A deadly solo queue duo. But yeah, okay. So, analyzing this, what are they trying to do in the game itself? Riven's not here for late game. She's here for mid game power. Aurelia's here. Aurelia's here. No, okay. Aurelia's here as... I don't really know why, though. Because, yes, okay, it is dominant on the 1v1. Sure, good job. It's dominant on the 1v1. Woo! But, I do not think that that's something you need right now in this game. It will win the 1v1 against Gragas come a bit later in the game. On the other side, you have a Zilean locked in. I have a problem with that. Now, Zilean is really strong. Now, that's for sure. It is really strong. Going to be 80% pick and ban at Worlds or something like that. I'm going to check, actually, because fuck that. I want to check. Goal.gg. Let me check. Let me check Worlds 2014. Champion stats. Zilean. 96% presence. 96. That is for all of the World Championships. So that he was not in for 3 games. 3 games. Only 3. Bam. He was present in 75 games. Maokai present for 92%. Lee Sin 92%. Rise 87%. Kha'Zix 85%. These are big numbers. Of course, the Xerath at the end. This is a composition tried and tested by Alliance. This is the third time that they're running the same top side almost. Just the Gragas changing from the Aurelia this time because Gragas was first picked. But overall, it's the same. It's the same thing that they're trying to do, basically, right? Man. I don't know, man. It's just odd. Why are there all the new champions in there? All the new champions are here. From Gnar all the way to Vex. Why are they here? Why are all these guys here? They're not even in the game. Very low amount of champions played, by the way. Jesus Christ. How many champions were played? That is very low. My God. Ew. Fucking Vi, Varus, Swain, Riven, Nunu, Lissandra, Katarina. Kragas got banned once and never saw again the light of day. What the fuck? What do you mean 5.0? Oh, 6. Okay. So, why do I have a problem with the Zilean? I'm going to say it now. I think that Zilean works better when you have a hyper carry in the bot lane. Because right now you are lacking damage. You're lacking late game carry potential and damage. So, you have very, very little in the late game if you're Roccat. Right now, Roccat, you're trying to finish this game in 25 to 30 minutes max. If you cannot finish it by 30 minutes, you're fucked. You're dead. You can't do anything. No, seriously though, you can't do anything. Okay, when it comes to 30 minutes, if you don't have a 8,000 goal lead minimum, it's dead. Tabs gonna spot Xaxis. They're gonna get in on all 3, try to get in there. Wicked gonna jump onto Xaxis, deal 100 damage, and just gonna fucking walk his way out. Just gonna walk his way out. So, Crystalline Flask for Wicked. Nothing else is too out of the ordinary for the time. For the time, everything is normal. Oh, denied. Back denied by Zazus onto Tabs and Wicked. So now Youngkos and Overpower maybe trying to get onto the side. Nope, they won't. So all that happened was a bit of pressure on Roncat right here in the jungle. Just 2 wards placed. New invade on the side of Alliance. This is going to set back Youngkos a lot. However, Celiver and Vander trying to get in. Youngkos gonna dodge that Dark Binding, going to try and walk his way out. They're getting back in. Volatile Spiraling flies in. Vander forces a double flash from the ball lane from Nif and Wicked. Sorry, it was not Tabs. Wicked gonna TP his way down. And response by Zazus in the bot lane. However, the problem is Wicked has 1 more creep of XP right now. 1 more stayed alive. So this is just mirror lanes. We just have a mirror lane matchup. And this is something that doesn't happen often. But when you have both teams responding to one another, this is what might happen. And so this is a bad situation for Alliance. Because right now, what I said might happen. You know, the fact that they can lose out come 30 minutes a lot, this might happen. But top lane, but bot lane is going to be dominant for Alliance, because Aurelia in a 1v1, you don't really want to trifle with that, especially with XP advantage. And more health, effective HP because of the Crystalline Flask as well. Now, mid lane, you have had a lot of damage thrown in onto Overpower, but he is just going to back away and be fine, probably. He's going to maybe lose a bit of experience and gold. But Froggen can't really push it fast. He can throw it on the turret, no problem still, nevertheless. But he will have to back away from that because of all the mana expended. This is just going to be a Dorn Ring. Wicked dashing back, takes a tower shot though. This is 200 HP. He has no flash. Youngkos comes in for the first blood. His 12th first blood, I think, on himself alone. Now, first bloods don't win games, but this is a good step on towards what I said. They need to snowball, and having your Elise get the kill might not be the best, but if he can get that to become much more, so like more onto the rest of the team, that's fine. That's fine. But he needs to be present now on other lanes, or just get Wicked down to the gutter as well. You can do that. But it's just that doing a gank on an Aurelia is kind of difficult when you have that tenacity bonus on her side. Overpower taking a lot of damage, not even getting that cannon, actually. He missed it, and that's 1 full wave going towards Froggen. So he's going to be 10 CS ahead at the end of this one. Not in a good position, Overpower. Maybe not too prevalent on the champion, you could see that. Celiver, not in a great spot when it comes to HP as well. Has no pot anymore, but he does have an Ami. So, that's going to be probably fine. Youngkos coming up, sorry, because that's the bot lane, but at the top's the top lane. Bubble will not connect. The Black Shield was thrown out to Tabs. They do think probably now that something is up, but Celiver will take a good 200 HP. Youngkos coming in from behind. No Black Shield still for a few more seconds. Nif taking a big burst of damage, and that is going to be a second kill. Celiver takes that one, and that's two good ganks for Roccat, giving them a 1,000 gold lead. They do need to do more. They need to do a bit more than that. This is fine for now. This is fine. 2 ganks, 2 win on the gank. That's nice. But I want to see more. I want to see some CS advantages. I want to see just 2v2 dominance or 1v1 dominance in the bot lane, but that might not happen. And now Tabs is just going to be dove and taken down. That was pretty easy on the side of Roccat right now. And so that puts Youngkos 2-0-1 and Celiver 1-0-1 with a good 15 CS advantage. Should gonna come in, get the remnants of that wave probably, or just gonna let it for the support, which is not something that you should do as a jungler, but whatever. So this is a Catalyst Protector for Xaxis. On the other side, just boots, but has a bit of gold. Probably gonna go back when he has a Phage, I'll say, for Wicked. Does have a pink ward right now to try and defend himself. Ball lane having a good advantage. Already a full Sheen completed for Saliver. Remember, Sheen was not 700 like it is nowadays. It was a bit more than that. And we have a full Spirit of the Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, I'll say. I'm not sure about the name. For Jankos already. So that's 2,000 gold, by the way. 2,000 gold and full completed first item already on his side. Shook gonna go back, maybe trying to get that item too. Nope, just gonna get the Spirit Stone and a Longsword. Not getting that item complete. The Spirit of the Elder Lizard, I'll say. I'm not sure again. I didn't play in Season 4. I do know about the Stalker's Knife though, and things like that, but you know. Get the rest. Jankos, get the rest. He didn't. Both mid laners getting with that Chalice, but a Dorn Ring advantage on the side of Froggen. Of course, there's not going to be any kill pressure, really. Never, because you have the ultimate on both sides, but Overpower's ultimate is going to be much better denying the kill, of course. It's just that it gets you to win so much time. That ultimate is just the biggest denial. And as a mage in the mid lane, you have a lot of AP. And did you know the amount of HP that you regain from that ultimate is from your AP, sorry. The more AP you have, the more you will get back. So if you are full AP, your health bar is going to be full when you get out of that, no matter who you are. Even a 6-item Scion at 70 minutes with 600 CS can still get back to full HP. I'm a bit exaggerating, but you get the idea. Alright, Jankos looking for a gank in the ball lane. Shook in position, though. The Cocoon doesn't hit. Body Slam does connect. Explosive Cast to throw him back. But the E from Wicked, the flash in, and Jankos actually sinks the Fangs. And that's just going to be a third kill for him. He does get the snowball going. He's 3-0-1. 2,000 gold lead for Rockad, but will that be enough? The good hit onto Saliver, gonna have to flash in. Nif flashes in front first, and that's going to be a kill probably. Oh, the HP taken back by Vander, but that's not going to be enough. Nif now caught in a bad position, will be taken down. Barrel roll by Xaxis will take that one. Xaxis teleports in to get that kill, and Wicked will teleport to try and respond, but will not get anything. 0-0, that fate complete, as I said. But that was a very nice play from Nif. Nif flashing in front first so that he can keep the oh, that was ultimate used by Overpow. Froggen probably took him down with that, but he had his. And remember, there was a bug on it as well. The rewind actually did give him back 10 seconds on the ultimate as well, which is what made him OP at Worlds. Oh, Overpower, that's less than 200 HP now. That's very dangerous. And Alliance with the bot lane coming down here in the bot lane. With the duo lane coming to the bot lane. Ooh, Saliver going to be stunned completely. Valkyrie to try and get out. Will do so. But that is going to be a Drake over to Alliance. I need to do less stupid shit and think more about what I say. I need to be more professional, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm not in a professional status right now or anything. You know, I'm just doing this just to try and train my team fighting, what I see as well in the game and things like that. Because when you're looking at a game for the first time and looking at it again, you're not having the same vision on the game. So this is the first time I ever see this, and so I want to see if I am good enough to analyze it to a point. Oh, that was a bad Valkyrie by Celiver. Bad Valkyrie by Celiver. I could also just try and not really do shot calling in team fights and just try and, well, not shot calling, not calling, just caster calling in team fights, and just try and get that in. Oh, overpower tries to get gonna get taken by Shug the Ultimate, but that's not gonna be a great one. Flash out, overpower, tidal wave. Shug gonna be hit by that one. Frog into the bubble, does connect onto Shug, heal. The bomb on top of him with the ignite, the flash out, but Celiver with the magnificent missile barrage. Hello, what is that? I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. I'm not even looking at chat on that, okay? You got me to miss this. No, I'm not looking. I'm not doing the fucking follow for follow or shit like that, okay? I don't care. It's taking the time that it takes. I don't care. I'm not looking at my chat anyway right now. I'm on the cast, and I'm going to try and practice. So I missed the kill onto Yankos, but apparently Froggen stayed alive somehow. I don't know how. He was on 300 HP. So that was interesting. And now you can see that the snowball has started to roll, stopped to roll, and this is going on a halt. This is going on a halt. You have 2,000 gold still for Roccat, but it's not enough. This is just not enough. This is just not enough. You need 2 times as much as you have right now if you are Roccat. And there is an elixir on Froggen. Interesting. A very early elixir. So he wants as much power as possible for the next objective, probably. He could have waited a bit more, though, on that, I think. Maybe get the sword shoes. I think that has the power to maybe be like an elixir at that point. Because remember, I mean, if the elixir is the same as it is nowadays, it would be 25 AP and a bit of mana regen and things like that probably at that point, I'd say. I don't know. I don't think it has CDR or shit like that. That would be kind of weird. But for once, we have had a bit of action in the mid lane, looking towards that 2v2 in there. Aurelia trying to get involved in there as well, with the turret being down. Wicked knows that he has a bit of time to get what he wants, and that was a good dark binding onto Celiver, getting halved almost immediately, not with good response as well. There is a completed Trinity Force over onto Celiver, but the damage of Kog'Maw is still not something to sniff at. You cannot disregard a Kog'Maw at no point in the game, but before you could do a bit more in the early game against him. Nowadays, though, it is much harder. And that Sheen proc does hurt. Look at that damage. Okay, that was 500 health onto Celiver immediately. And when that will be a completed Trinity Force, that is going to get worse. I mean, it's only going to get worse for Celiver, that is for sure. And the bottom lane is just going to get worse. Mid lane is also not going to get better. The wave clear is going to be fine still, but the rest is not going to get better. Now, that ward behind might be an opportunity for Wicked to teleport. That is a 3-on-4 if he does. With possibility of having the ultimate out of Xerath as well. Trying to get in there, but maybe it was a bit too close. A bit too close, and they do have a good mobility to try and get out of a gank as well. They have all flashes. They have the tidal wave to try and disrupt. Now, if he stays here, though, Celiver, if he tries to stay there, that teleport could have came in. And this time you would have had no tidal wave. The elixir was used by Froggen in the mid lane. I do see that he doesn't have it anymore. What is... I think Overpower is looking towards a Rod of Ages, but I'm not sure. That might be that, though. Zaz is going to get stunned by Wicked. Good damage by Wicked with that true damage. W. Look at that. Taking him down to by 75%, but not even going to force the explosive cask. He's just going to back out. Probably going to let that turret die, because if you use your teleport, you're opening up that Drake. Immediately, you're just opening up the Drake. So you have two solutions. You either go to the top lane, but look at that. Wicked already setting himself up for that teleport. He is doing that. And the dragon is going to be taken by the blue team, so that's Roccat. Now, tidal wave used. Wicked still looking maybe to try and get that teleport in, but Alliance just leave. Alliance just leave it. They do know that they are not in a rush. They're not in a rush to try and get anything done. They can play slowly and wait out. Wait out for their late game spike. This is Alliance just like what CLG EU was a few years back in 2012. This is the same thing. And a tier coming in now for Overpower, so that might be a Seraph. You know, Seraph soon because he just got the tier. But yeah, this is interesting. This is an interesting game that shows you the difference between an early to mid game composition and a late game composition, and how to play that late game composition right now. But the thing is, you're not seeing what you should from the mid to late composition. The mid to late composition has to be a bit more aggressive, a bit more assertive. And right now, after a few good ganks from Jankos and good thing going on in the early game, when Alliance started to go and play farther back, they couldn't get anything going. Because they might have played farther back, but they didn't play irrespectfully against Roccat. They played in a way that forced the others to try and do something with them being able to respond. I hope that makes sense. I think that makes sense, right? Oh, explosive cast, flash out from Froggen to get back to his turret. I'm gonna make him go to safety. Good flash, good response, good reaction time here. That might give away that turret over to Wicked. We'll see, though. He still has a few stacks. There you go. That's going to be a full turret by Wicked, using that E to get away immediately. Overpower now coming into the side. A body slam. A flash body slam, by the way, by Zazis. So Wicked hit by that cocoon. And Overpower going to get the kill, ignite, and the bomb to take that one. Good play by Roccat, but once again, this is not a positive trade. It's an even trade. It's an even trade because the turret is worth more than Wicked's life. Let's be honest now. Wicked's life is like 300 plus the assist. That would be 450 max. And the turret is worth 475, right? So that's an even trade. I think it's 475. Is it? Is it at that point? I think it is. I don't know the value of that in Season 4, okay, guys? But it's always a positive trade to have more ways to go on the map as well. Now, you do have Jankos on 2 items plus Sork shoes. This is a big Elise. This is a very big spider. This is a tarantula. Damn. Dude, that's a big stun time. Yeah, the merc shoes might have been better. They do get the mid turret, but once again, they are just under that 4,000 gold lead. They're not there yet. They're not there yet. They need a bit more to really have that snowball, as I said, okay? Missed the cannon, by the way, Overpower. Unfortunate. Let's look a bit towards the items. So you have a BF sword for Celiver, but still no boots. Still no boots on him. Was warded here for overpower. You look at that little red trinket ward. Good positioning on that one. Gonna force them to respond. The trinket ward now gonna be taken down. This is just a vision game right now, and this is not something that you want to see if you are a Roccat, if you're for Roccat, because they need to get going. They need to continue going in and have that action. If they don't, right now, especially without Flash on Froggen, you need to do something. But if they don't, you're just gonna lose. Because late game, this composition of Alliance, this is not something you can trifle with. Not at all. You cannot go against this composition, no matter what team you are. Except a Korean. But you do have that Rabadon's Death Cap now on to Overpower with that double regen items. That will make him very hard to take him out of the lane. And he will have the power now to clear as well. It did take him a while to get there. But he does have enough now to clear the waves effectively. Tabs, level 12. Getting that Bilgewater Cutlass. Bilgewater Cutlass for that 1.5 item. Berserker's Greaves immediate for Celever. Overpower, not going to get hit by that Dark Binding. And as you see, one double bomb is enough to take down. Oh, Yanko's going to miss the cocoon. Okay. Nif going to maybe flash out. Not even needed. The Dark Binding hits onto a Spiderling, and everyone walks away. Another Elixir onto Froggen, and this one's going to be good for the objective that is coming as well. The Dragon is up. Roccat are going to be the first with the positioning on that, but this is just going to be a 5-on-5. Everyone is ready. Everyone is getting ready. Tidal Wave gets in. Cocoon hits onto Nif. He just gets exploded. He just gets exploded. And this is just a 1-for-nothing. Alliance still looking to get in there with their poke on by Xerath. Maybe gonna be enough to try and get in there. The wave as well in the mid lane. They're gonna try and push that one in probably. Roccat need to do something. They need to get there. They do have Overpower that's coming back towards the mid lane to try and not enforce them their hand to respond to something. Celever also going into the ball lane. Flash in. The repel. The repel by Yankos to get out of the ultimate. And now both Froggen and Shook have no ultimate. Flash by Shook as well. This might be the call for Drake, but no, still not. They are still not feeling confident enough. Roccat not decisive enough. They need to try and do something. Alliance having the priority on that Drake now. They're going to be the first on it, and Overpower onto the other side. He's going to be the one that's targeted by Alliance. They're all going to leave. They are all going to leave. Everyone has reset basically their positioning. Wicked takes a good hit by Celever, but will be fine. We'll just go and farm that ball wave as well. Alliance, Roccat, you need to get that Drake. You need to get in there. You need to get in there. You're just losing too much time. Shook is not there. This is going to be for Alliance, for Roccat, but Alliance got them to lose a lot of time and resources. Look at that top wave that is pushing. They are going to lose all that. All of that is going to be lost, probably. At least a good amount of it, because it's still going to push, and there's going to be enough time to respond. But still, Yankos going to get again hit by that Broken Wings. Oh, he's going to be taken down. The ultimate by Overpower to try and get him back. He has no flash. The stun. Yankos is down. And this is just going to be Roccat on the retreat now. The barrel roll to get Roccat out. Nif will not be able to follow up. And Alliance still in there. Just 5,000 gold. 5,000 gold at 25. I said I wanted at least 8,000 by 30. Overpower takes another hit by that Arcano Pulse, but will stay alive. Another one. Now the ultimate. The flash out. One more. Overpower dodges it. That was very close. And now they're going to get the mid turret. They are going to get the mid turret. And if at 30 they don't have 8,000 gold, I do think that this is Alliance's game. They're going to have it in the bag. Remember, by the way, guys, sorry I'm not watching the chat. I am focusing on that Cast, just try and get better at it. This is why I'm looking at a game of 2014, just to kind of try and get better at it. This is a good feeling when you are a Zillion, having that big wave, just of minions that you can just get with that one bomb. Bam, 68 gold, just like that. 238 CS, 256. Froggen still holding a small lead in there, just 20 CS. Top lane is about even. Well, jungle is a bit weird because you do have a 15 CS gold lead for Shook, but of course gold is well in favor of Jankos with those 2.5 items with the boots. And of course 4 kills and 2 assists. This has been a low action game, actually pretty strategic in a way, because yes, this is what Alliance want, a low kill game. If the game is too explosive, they are putting themselves at risk of not being able to survive until their late game point. And with that game going slowly, they are putting themselves in the position that they want, which is being close to Roccat. With their early game champs, Roccat was always going to get a lead. They were always going to get a lead. You don't have damage early. You do not have any damage early. Now you're coming into your mid to late game point. Shook has low resources, so he is not actually a big threat, but that stun can be always deadly. A stun is always something that you have to care about, and of course an execute also. Still, you have to care about what Shook does. But he is not the biggest threat on the team when you have a 2-item Kog'Maw and a 2.5-item Xerath, as well as a 2-item Wicked on Aurelia. Aurelia is the champ of Wicked. You do know that, I think. Maybe, if you watched up until 2016. And maybe even 2018, since he played some show matches at that point. But yeah, Wicked, he still has a voice, by the way, in League nowadays. He still is someone that you really are hearing about. Not often, but sometimes. I do hear about him on Twitter and things like that. 2.5 items for Zazis. Having a good time. Roa, Lich-Bane, and needlessly large rod. But of course he's losing in a 1v1. Not even trying to get in there for a 1v1. Just whenever Wicked goes up, you go out. You put that barrel roll and you let that finish the wave. We're looking towards a Randuin's, I think, for Jankos. Going towards more tanky side. Probably going to do his build, normal build with Leandri's 4th. Which is a weird hybrid build. It does give good resistances and has that extra... Okay, you just gave 30 gold over to Nif, by the way, by standing in that pool. You just gave 30 gold over to him. Whatever, man. I don't understand why they're just giving away gold like that. The passive is still there for the support items. Just, come on. Okay. Shook still looking towards a second item. Still not having it. Still not having it. Roccat, you need to try and start it. You need to try and start it. But them standing around and not doing anything will just put them at risk. When the defensive and utility items are getting in, this is when Alliance will have the edge. They need to get in and start something. They need to do something. Force them to come to you with that Baron. This is a good bait. You can try and get in there. You can try and get them to come to you. If you don't have the vision on that bush, though, you're not going to get anywhere. And Taps can just throw that living artillery in. Throw that living artillery in, and you are not going to do this objective if he throws that in. Because they know. They know. Because they see the health when he throws in that living artillery. Overpower now getting thrown in for getting a Wicked on top of him. Ultimate used, but he will not drop. And now Froggen probably going to try and use that ultimate. But he will go out of the range. No summoner blown. The ultimate was blown, but this will have a very short cooldown. Look at that, already half used by Overpower. Because, of course, Rewind did give the Rewind on the ultimate as well as a bug that they never fixed before the rework of the Q. I'm not kidding, by the way. Now, they're again looking towards that Baron, but not even really getting in there. They're just trying to bait, but at the same time, Look at that. Wicked again onto Overpow. Gonna give himself a boost of move speed and get away. Now Tidal Wave used by Vander. They try to get in forward. Celiver, the body slam flash by Zazis, and now the explosive caster trying to get in there. Flash in by Jankos. Does hit Shook. And Shook will not go down to flash the Valor to stay alive. But this is a good pick. Froggen didn't even use one of his summoners. That was such big burst by Zazis. And now that was the thing that they needed to get into that Baron. The gold has shrunk less than 4,000. Zazis get bound. Wicked jumps in. Overpow does get hit by everything, but will stay in. The Baron is taken by Rockhand. Overpow will throw the ultimate on himself. He does have to go out. Celiver will get the kill onto Nif, but Overpow will have to go away. The ultimate once again used and not actually taken out. He does not get the revive. Because Wicked did play it smart and just kept it. He just didn't actually use any of his damage to try and get him down. And now Shook on that Drake alongside Tabs. They are coming in though. Vander and Jankos are here. Teleport from Zazis. Teleport on the other side from Wicked to try and get back in there. He does cancel it. Wicked canceled the teleport, and now Rocka in prime position to get that objective. Somehow Rockat do snowball slightly. They are just at that 8,000 gold that I talked about. But at that point, I don't think it's enough for the reason that the utility items are starting to come in. You have that non-magic mantle on Froggen, a full Hex Drinker onto Wicked, a full Hex Drinker onto Shook. Tabs is soon going to get to one as well after his third item is complete. So not yet. You still have about 5 minutes. And Morgana, actually more than that, probably like 10 minutes more for Tabs. And Morgana is Morgana. So Morgana doesn't matter. Morgana still has that huge CC ability and CC denial as well. Even if this time onto Froggen they couldn't do anything. Zazis, that was a huge play. Getting in there with that body slam flash, that was big. That was really big. Overpower does get that blue buff. And that was a frozen heart for Jankos, by the way. Interesting. I do not really see why. They do have 3 kind of auto attackers, but really they only have 1 auto attacker, in my opinion. Tyr still not turned into a Seraph, but now I can say Seraph because it will probably turn into a Seraph immediately. Celiver holding that mid lane, trying to get in there. Has that last whisper now. 3 items on that 80 carry. Will hurt. 4-1 and 3 on him. 4-2 and 2 on Jankos. 1-0 and 2 on that supportive mid laner. So that doesn't really matter as long as he has that ability to save someone. And still a good amount of damage, you know, by the way. Still 3 items right now. The normal AP build for mages. That still deals a good amount of damage. And the thing is, Overpower can move around the map extremely quickly because of that rewind. 3 seconds, by the way, on the cooldown of that rewind. That is incredible. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they changed it. It's the E. The rewind, actually. The W is the move speed. I think. I'm not sure. I think so. So this is going to be the last game, by the way, that we're doing. Unfortunately, both of these were really long. Actually, maybe I can do one more. I could maybe do one more. And I'm going to throw that onto YouTube as a gift. As a birthday gift for me. Yeah, it was my birthday 2 days ago, you know? So, throwing that in. 3 days by the time YouTube gets that one, you know? Hello, Risk of Rain. What are you doing? Announcement. I'll look into that in a bit. I'll look into that in a bit after that is done. So, this is starting to be really scary. for Rockat, this is starting to be really scary. It's not that the items are starting to get in, but for once, a carry took Murtred. This is incredible. I'm joking a bit, but Really though, this is not a good thing. That's not a bad thing. This is a really good thing. You have a limited amount of CC as well on the other side, but there is a lot of AP damage. All of their team deals AP damage. Only Corki deals a limited amount of AD damage, okay? It's just the autos, but if you're Corki, autos mean death. At that range, against a Kog'Maw, you're not going to want to get in with an auto attack at 550 range, okay? You're not going to want to. This is a scary situation, as I said, for Roccat, though. They do have a 10,000 gold lead. This is a substantial lead. This is a substantial lead. At 37 minutes, it is something that you can come back from. I'm not saying that because I know the result. I'm saying that because, yes, this composition of Alliance is designed to go behind and still be fine. For 4 of their 5 champions. Not Riven, but if Riven goes behind, she has opportunities, but she will need those very big utility items. And she will be more of a, I go in, I do things, and I die, and I still, am useful in a fight because I was there and I did my CC, I did my damage, and I died. Overpowers 4 items now. Seraph's Embrace, as I talked about, fully completed. And we have another BF Sword on the core key, looking for a very little amount of attack speed, but that's not something that you really need on a core key. As I said, you're not looking to auto. If you are looking to auto in this game especially, you're going to lose. You are going to lose because the Kog'Maw is longer range by 150 with that W, that Bio-Arcane Barrage. And flash in from Shook to maybe try and get the W off. That can also happen. And yeah, that's not going to be good for you. This is not going to be good for you. But this situation is also not good for you because there's nothing going on. All that's going on is just, well, let's get in, try and get a few things into their jungle maybe, and let's wait for an objective. Let's not force anything as long as nothing has to be forced. This is a mentality of, oh, we're gonna be better, whatever. We have more resources, But no. And now Alliance getting into that Drake pit. Are they gonna go Drake for Baron? This is looking like the trade. Wait, there's only 3 on the side of Roccat right now, but Alliance will go back. This will be a free Baron donated over to Roccat against the Drake. Baron is more impactful. It gives the same amount of gold for all the players, and at the same time, you get the buff as well. I don't know. That feels like a very weird trait to do, but what I'm guessing right now is that Alliance is thinking that Roccat are not going to try anything. That's what I'm thinking that they're thinking. Roccat is going to try nothing with that Baron buff. So, we just traded gold. This is my way of thinking about this because they have been very vocal about teams not doing anything against them. Are they scared? Are they? It's just weird, right? Now, I think this is a Zhonya's going for Froggen, which is kind of weird. I would have preferred a Banshees immediately on the 4th item, but okay. Some more magic resist right now. That's what you want, really. For some reason, Overpower has an Aether Wisp. The only item that goes for Aether Wisp is Lichbane. Which I don't think is an item you should take on a Zilean. Now, you don't need defensive items. On Zilean, you don't need defensive items because you are an ultimate bot. You are an ultimate bot, and that's all you are. But Morello? I don't know, man. I think Morello would have been better on that. In that situation, man. I don't know. Also, someone has to catch that top wave. Mid wave is getting thrown under the turret. That will deal a bit of damage, but will not take anything else. And there you go. Wicked just gets in to clear that one. And they're going to force their way into the turret. And going to take that last inner turret. But with that second Baron, they are still not going to break through the line of defense. If they don't play towards multiple lanes, Roccat are not going to get anywhere. They're not going to get anywhere because Xerath. Xerath. That's all you have to say. Xerath. Xerath denies your ability to play towards one lane. He just gets all the poke that he wants, no problem, and gets the creep wave completely out. Shut the fuck up. I'm so done with bots. Holy shit. There you go. I'm so done with bots. Okay. Scary game. Scary game. Right now we have the 3 items on the Kog'Maw, almost level 18 as well on him. Yeah, very close to level 18. Look at that XP bar at the bottom. Yeah, this is very close. He just needs one more wave and he's going to get that level 18. Even half a wave is going to be probably enough. You have an Abyssal Scepter on Jankos. I do like that. When you have a high concentration of AP in your game, having that Abyssal Scepter to reduce that amount of magic resist on the other side is pretty good. It's definitely a fine purchase. And as the last item, maybe Rylai's? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe Randuin? I don't know what he's going to go with. Probably Randuin. Maybe... I don't know, man. Okay, so Dark Binding does hit onto Celever, does deal a bit of damage without a Living Artillery, but he's going to be fine. He has a Bloodthirster. Negatron Cloak as well, so no real burst damage right now coming in. But again, they're playing towards 1.5 lane because they're playing another one, like, not fully, really, because it's just a Zillion. He's never going to get in towards an Aurelia, for sure. So yeah, great. Those 2 creeps will get 1 auto each. Now, the next wave, though, will get a few more hits. They are maybe trying to break in the base right now. Half on that turret. Xaxis, going to get in, get a hit. And immediately barrel use everything to get out. Xaxis will use that Zhonya's Hourglass Explosive Cask to try and get everyone out. Dark Binding does hit, but will not be enough. The turret still alive. Jankos does get in to try and get that one. Stunned. Will go out, and they will just get the turret. Oh, Jankos with 1 big hit. 1, 2, and the 3! Flash fail! Flash fail by Overpower. This is big. This is 1 minute death time. Drake is going to spawn at that time, and this is going to be a 4-on-5. Right on the timer. That was a fail flash. He even had the Seraphs. He could have stayed alive even with that. The Seraphs would have been enough to keep him alive. That was a misplay. Overpower misplayed that. And is that going to be the start of the turn? Because I do know they turn it, but... Now Alliance can immediately go out in the mid lane. Gonna try and push that one in. They're gonna try and get there and probably get that wave under the turret and get that turret all by itself. Oh, fully. Turret. 1 down. Immediately. Alliance. Get it all. And that's a lot of gold influx. Just like that. 1 turret like that. 1 tier 2. That's a good amount of gold influx. Now, I won't say that this is game ending for Roccat. Of course. 1 death doesn't signify the end of the game. But this did give a lot of control back to Alliance, though. They had a lot of time to do whatever they wanted. And now, Roccat playing completely out of position. They're all playing towards the top side of the map. 1 minute till Baron. There's 1 wave to catch. Don't go all 5 towards that. You don't have to go all 5. I don't really get that. So instead, they just let another Drake go towards Alliance. 12,000 gold lead. That's what they have. And it hasn't moved for the last 10 minutes. Scary. Scary stuff. Less than 12,000 gold. And Lich Bane for Overpower now complete. I still don't really enjoy that one. I mean, Banshees would have saved you, actually, in that. Just saying. Because you wouldn't have taken as much damage. So Banshee would have saved you. That was good damage on the Volatile Spiderling. When you consider that he has only 2 AP items, that's pretty good. Those double bombs will get it all. That was very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. But as I said now, Alliance fully back in this game. The control is not on the favor of Rawcat. Defensive items, as I said, are starting to come in. There's going to be a BT for Kog'Maw soon. Vander takes a big chunk. Has to use no, what is the name? Oh, shit. Oh, Wicked jumps in. Tidal Wave completely used. That's not great. A full Tidal Wave used for just Wicked jumping in onto Celiver with a dash. I don't really like that. Zaza's going to take a big hit. Oh, Shook flashing in, taking 2 with him. And that's some big hits. Celiver will get into the ultimate now. Overpower gets bounded, and that's going to be a full kill. Flashed out by Celiver after getting exhausted and ultied. And that's going to be the end of the game, isn't it? That's just end game. Celiver down. 3 kills. And Alliance full control. Full control for Alliance now. With those 3 kills, I don't think that Alliance can lose this game. Even if they're 10,000 gold down, they have the late game composition. They might be 10,000 gold down, but in actuality, with the champions that they have, they're more like 3,000 to 4,000 gold up. Their composition scales so much better. And they can just tank their way to victory here. They have 25 seconds before Zazis. The 3 carries are down. The other 2 are the facilitators, and the 3 carries are down. And so this is just end of the game. Tabs, Wicked, Shook. That just Shook. That was such a big engage from him. Such a big engage from Shook. He will go. Nif will go down, and that will be the end of the game. That will be the end of the game. The late game composition wins. 45 minutes on the clock, pretty much. Over that. And the late game composition wins 10,000 gold down. Sometimes gold doesn't matter. Anyway, I think we're going to end the stream there with those 2 games. This was fun to do. I will finish week 11 on my own, probably. And we will talk about the playoffs next stream.